there is anti-Semitism, but the people will never admit to saying that they're anti-Semitic. And they will make comments that in their eyes, they're innocuous, but they are very hurtful and painful, and do they do have a lot of anti-Semitic tropes to it. So for example, you will hear often, oh, it was the Jews who did that. If I was with a group of friends and one organizes to do something and another one does it, oh, it was the Jews who did that, pointing us out as Jews. Or I remember being in a conversation with a woman, and she made some comment, is he trying to Jew you down? And it kind of stopped me in my tracks, and I thought, what do you mean? And she said, well, I can say that. I said, well, how can you possibly say that? And she said, well, I did my ancestry.com, and I have Jewish roots in me. I'm Sephardic too, going back to the Inquisition. So I'm able to say that. And I'm thinking, no, you're not. And when you read the newspaper, if there is a crime committed, a white collar crime, usually what it is, committed by someone, rather than just saying the name of the individual, they will say the Jew and the name of the person. So, it's definitely calling people out for the religion. I haven't experienced violence. I think I've experienced a lot of ignorance, comments, at the school towards my children, going and seeing, just too disgusting to even to repeat. I think it's ignorance, not ignorance, hatred. I don't know, but the individuals who it comes from, they think they're innocent in what they're saying. No. Ezra?
I'm not sure. I mean, I think that there are so few Jews in Latin America. They tend to be more. There are a lot of perceptions about Jewish communities in Latin America. The usual stereotypes around money, that they're insular, they work in media industry, these kinds of things. But I think that the presence is just so much smaller across Latin America. Maybe in Buenos Aires, there's more of a perception of what being Jewish is, that I don't know. I feel like Jewishness is something that's seen as extremely exotic. You don't have as many Jewish cultural references as you do in the United States with comedians and music and all of these figures, and Yiddish is such a part of mainstream culture in the United States and in the lexicon. So that definitely does not exist here. And it has really, my Jewish identity was really dormant until in Colombia, until working on this project with Heidi, because I had never really been called upon to contemplate my Jewishness in this context. It's just such a Catholic setting. I mean, there are crosses. It's really Catholic everywhere. So you just kind of go under the radar, I guess, because I think being Jewish in such an intensely Catholic environment is strange. But through this project, I found it really inspiring. I found it really empowering, and I definitely have felt way less hesitation talking about being Jewish now than I used to. And I've found people to be sincerely interested in having conversations, sharing Shabbat dinner so much more often now with non-Jewish friends, and people seeming to find it really rewarding and a fascinating tradition and wanting to know more. And I've liked that. It's felt good.